Hello everybody, my name is Merc. We are back with more Elden Ring. We just took out the the boss with Tibia in its name. Tibia Ferryman is what I'll call it. We got ourselves some death root. We'll continue exploring west along this upper highland section until we eventually get to Stormvale. Not in a particular rush to get there at this point. I have gone through phases of wanting to get there and then deciding, you know what, we don't need to go there. But we should probably make our way there eventually, you know? I'd rather go there than go to Caelid. That's basically what I'm saying now. I believe that is the artist's shack on the other side. There we have encountered that bear in the lake, and I think that statue pointing to the catacombs very early on. We're going back towards more of the starting location, so that makes sense to me. Just checking out what's along here. More bears. More bears. I guess it's time to slay some more bears, get some more meat, restock our pantry. We don't even need that charge attack ability, evidently. Maybe it was because the bear was sleeping. We got some bonus damage. It seems appropriate to me. Test out that theory right now. We did get some bonus damage, I think, because we did 800 damage to the sleeping bear. Thought about using one of our sleep pots on these bears, but they very much are not any threat to us at this point. Unless we let our guard down. We definitely explored that when we checked out the artist's shack. So we'll go back up. Doesn't look like there's anything else going on down here. Just a place to kill some bears. What about these ruins that have fallen from the sky? Doesn't look like there's anything going on. What about these messages? Trap ahead. Oh. It was correct. I doubted you for a second. But you were right. Let's get off the horse. That one didn't even get hurt, it just got knocked back. This skeleton has dual swords, so I'm quite a bit more worried about this one. Thankfully, it has no mind to be wary of a man who's charging up two-hand attack. Okay, that one definitely outplayed me, not gonna lie. Seems like... Okay, first of all, it seems like we have super armor on our heavy attacks, at least a little bit. Or maybe that's just the poise kicking in, but we don't have a whole lot of poise on our armor set. Actually, how much poise do we have? I don't even know where it is. We have 6 total, so that doesn't seem right. Human bone shard's pretty good. We don't have a lot of those. In Dark Souls 3, poise was not that important. It was more about the weapon you were using and the animations you were using in order to super armor through attacks. So maybe it's a very similar system here. I would almost imagine that it is a combination of Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 3, where Dark Souls 1 is, as long as you were wearing armor that had poise, you could super armor through anything almost. So maybe a combination of that would be having a lot of high poise armor is helpful, but also having a big weapon also increases the chances that you will super armor through an attack. Enough of mechanics talk, I guess. There's something else I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I don't know if this was what I was gonna say, but this is another thought that I just had. We were a little out of range of one of those dual-wielding skeletons. And it seemed to get staggered, but did not take damage. So I wonder if that's what happened to the first skeleton there too. This sword is so big that even if I slightly miss, they get affected by it. Who knows? I'm sure people are labbing out exactly how these systems work. The PvP lords, of which I very much used to be one. So I get it. Maybe I will be one later, but for now I'm okay with just exploring. What's up with this corpse? Appears to be in commoner clothes. It's the first time we've seen a corpse like that, so I'm a little worried about it. I wonder if that was an NPC that we were too late to save. I hope not. Possibility is there, though. We have been meandering and not, you know, pushing ourselves forward. Looks like there's a merchant over there. Although usually what happens is if you push yourself forward, that is what causes NPCs to die faster. What's going on with this ledge down here? Absolutely nothing. I'm gonna jump down anyway. A singular Trina Lily. Just a little scared jumping up here. There's a campfire down there. Oh, actually, we've already been down there. We found a grilled turtleneck, in fact, if I remember correctly, on a corpse down there. I don't know if I'll ever eat that, as I mentioned in the previous video. I'm not gonna say I'm herbivorous or non-carnivorous. Definitely not eating no turtle meat unless someone forces me to. I was gonna say, these graves appear a little empty here. The delayed strikes that our sword gives is actually enough time for us to do the double tap required to take out skeletons, which is kind of interesting. More human bone shards. Oh, a Sun Realm shield. That's better than a bone shard, that's for sure. Again, I don't know what's with this body here. Let's read the shield description while standing next to it. Here it is, Sun Realm Shield. It's not a full physical negating shield. It's a medium-sized shield. Shield of honor depicting a city crowned by the sun. It has seen better days. Much like the wear upon the shield, the seat of the sun is long faded away. So to me, this indicates that that is a shield of a bygone age. Of an age perhaps before the Erd Tree. And even then, the age of the Erd Tree seems to have been long bygone as well. But it seems like the Erd Tree basically took place of sun worship once the Erd Tree's power was shown to people of the lands between. I don't know what else to call this. Call the continent, call the area. It's not a very interesting name. That said, I'm glad it's a simple name as opposed to Kaiden and Kalid and everywhere else. Okay, don't fall off. We already know what's down there, so we don't need to fall off. Looks like we got a troll guarding this bridge. You can hear him attacking over there. I wonder why. This is a merchant, right? Does seem to be a merchant. Looks like he's sleeping as well. Let's go see what's going on with this head ahead. Looks like it's just attacking for no reason. I believe there might be a glint of a sight of grace on the other side of the bridge. Okay, so it's not necessarily attacking. Maybe it is. Looks like it's rather angry for whatever reason. Okay, so he's not sleeping. He's playing some music. Where is your horse? Sorry, where's your dog? I guess this is your dog over here, eh? Playing the same tune as the last merchant. So I guess if you hear that tune, it'll indicate that there is a merchant nearby. Let's go to these crucifixions over here. Got some mangy mutts. I think it's time to try these sleep pots out again. It does seem like a good area of denial effect. Because I did not throw the pot on the dog, but then the dog turned and ran at me and ran through the pot. Made the encounter a little bit easier. Golden Rune 1. Okay, I was wondering what was standing on top of that rubble. It's a white wolf. Which makes sense. We cleared out that area many moons ago. Looks like we're probably done on this side of the bridge. Let me check the map again. Yeah. The music changed, but I think it's just because it's nighttime now. Which means that these crucified victims are moaning again. I just remembered, we found that painting. Actually, we did a couple things that I haven't followed up on. We should do that at some point. One of them being we found that painting where I feel like I might have seen where that location is. By the crucified victims and the bats near the start of the game. The second thing we haven't done, but initiated, was that quest for Kenneth Height. Maybe we should go back there sometime soon. Next time we sit down, because we have not sat down in a little bit. Let's go talk to this merchant finally.
Oh, dear. I'm terribly sorry. Are you here as a customer?
Take a quick drink of water. This man's selling pickled turtlenecks. I almost should boycott this shop just for that. Smithing stones times 3. Another cracked pot. You know we're buying that. Oh yeah, we got some Nomadic Warrior cookbooks previously that I did not inspect. A bandit mask as well. It's rather expensive, but mask of black cloth that covers the mouth. Favored by bandits for hiding their faces. It also provides some protection against poison. We're just gonna buy that for fun. Flame chariots. No imparting knowledge in brief. I'll buy that as well. Buy the cookbook. We got a short sword. This might be the first time we've seen a standard short sword. In addition to its reliable standard damage, this weapon also boasts powerful piercing attacks. Lightweight amongst straight swords, this weapon's easy to wield, requiring only humble attributes. It's true. And then we got a halberd. Halberds are very fun to use. I've had a couple halberd builds in previous Souls games. Long-handled polearm that combines the functions of both axe and spear. Can be used to press a single enemy with continuous thrusting attacks or swept at groups, taking advantage of its great reach and cleaving blade. Versatile weapon for any situation. Let's buy some more arrows. We don't need to buy anything else. We'll buy some smithing stones just for fun. Kind of want to buy the weapons just so we have the opportunity to use them, but we will not yet.
I'm afraid I've very little to offer.
It seems that way, yeah. I am the type to want to get every single weapon in the game just so I have the opportunity to use them, even if I won't. Let's go through and look at the cookbooks that we got. Are they key items? I think they are. So one was a missionary cookbook, if I remember correctly. Oh, it was an armor cookbook? I really don't remember anymore. Apologies as I go through here. poison... Okay, so we haven't encountered any poison pots, poison rope dart, or poison bone dart, and roped poison pot. Getting a little ahead of myself there. Fetid pots as well. I don't think we looked at that. Pickled turtleneck recipe. Poison bone arrows as well. I guess we'll go through and have a look at our item crafting options now. So pickled turtleneck is new. We've already seen them before. And we might have been one of these recipes, pickled fowl foot. Poison pot is definitely new. We need more toxic mushrooms to use them effectively, though. Throw at enemies to cause buildup of poison. Cocktail of poisonous materials is sealed inside. The fetid pot we have had already. Beast lore pot. Same, likewise. Okay, animal bone sharpened into a knife for throwing with a poison-laced tip. Throw at enemies to inflict damage and build up poison. So now is the time where we're going to save up our beast bones to make more of these. Actually, we'll just make some right now. Make 10 of those. We do need thin beast bones to make poison bone arrows as well. So maybe that is something we should consider. We'll make 10 of them with 3 beast bones. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot else interesting going on here. But still, having some poison bone darts will definitely be valuable in the future. That said, we're killing stuff so fast that I don't know if we ever want to kill stuff slowly with poison. I guess we'll find out sooner or later. Like, this would be a prime target maybe. But also, we have been killing them rather quickly. If I remember correctly, we 3-shotted the last one we encountered. You did not see me. You can't see anything with your dang helmet on. Maybe we do want to pull out the poison bone darts. I had a feeling that the helmet would block that second dart. Still not poisoned yet. Okay. We're kind of wasting our poison bone darts now. Hey, it's poisoned. Well, again, I don't really want to take time in killing this thing slowly. It's kind of scared. I guess it doesn't want to leave the bridge necessarily. Okay. This is a unique moveset we've not fought yet. It was a time to attack for sure. Anytime it uses the mace, the hammer, it seems that it is the time to attack. But I don't know how much it can follow up afterwards. Don't do this, kids. And just switch back to my other darts. That was not the most manly way of dealing with that enemy. But it is dealt with. Speaking of manly way of dealing with it, I was going to say this man's naked, so he's pretty manly, but then also, wait. He was using the shield to attack. Never mind, that is the manly way of dealing with it, even though by the end of that, he was getting sent flying. Have we been down there? Yes, we have. That is the octopus land. We didn't actually come up here, I guess, eh? I think I hear a twinkling of a scarab, but I don't. I imagine it must be up there. Again, we don't need to sit down, so we don't need to divert our path just yet. So I think I'm going to touch this grace and we're going to continue onwards. Because I like clearing the area. How many times have you heard me say clearing the area in this playthrough? Because that's basically how I play these games, I guess. Looks like there's a little bit of a path up here leading to where I assume the scarab is. Yep. It's another red scarab, so even if we did need some flasks... No, we don't. Just take it out. For giggles. It is nighttime once again. We are on top of the storm hill now. Last time we came up here, it was probably episode 4 or 5. There were a lot of trolls up here. So I'm just figuring out, do we want to go along this path and work our way around, or do we want to go along here? I think we probably want to go along the north. But for now, we'll check out what's going on with this little ledge, this little plateau. I imagine not a whole lot, but there is at least one troll that we can mess with for now. That is the Spirit Spring, where we jumped up and died in episode 5 or whatever. We're on like episode 30 now. And we still haven't killed one main boss as far as I'm concerned. I don't know how we dodged that, but we did. Okay, so I used my sword's special ability there. It increased all my resistances, but in doing so, it also made a bunch of bars appear on my screen. I think it also increased my attributes a little bit as well. Let's have a look. We are at 35 strength now, 19 dexterity, so it increases your stats by about 5, it seems. It's temporary, it'll probably last only 30 seconds or so. That is definitely a handy thing to keep in mind. How much FP did that use? It seemed like it used quite a bit. That is one thing we haven't been getting back, though. It's our FP. But again, we're not really using it, so... I guess we're using it whenever we throw pots, more than anything. Switch to the bone darts, see if we can deal with this mosquito before it gets annoying. It's already annoying. Jeez. Tried to unlock. And see if I could throw it higher by moving my camera up, because... one mechanic that they definitely don't teach you is where you're looking with your camera is where you are aiming with your throwing materials. There appears to be a pot friend potentially up ahead. I don't know if it's alive. It does not seem alive. The old 3-for-1 strike. Got double mosquitoes here. One's behind me. Tried to do a drive-by. Whatever. I had enough playing with you mosquitoes. I tried to juke them out. Make them think I was lying. Or make them think I was telling the truth and then lie to them. Okay, this octopus sees it. What the heck is going on with this mosquito? Okay. I guess I'm gonna deal with this octopus before it deals with me. I can't believe I just missed that. Okay, let's back up and heal. We don't need to get taken out by an octopus at this point in the game. You know, I just realized opening up a fight with a jump heavy attack seems quicker than just doing a heavy attack normally. Oh, I didn't even see you. Because, like, look at this animation. That's normal heavy attack. And then what about this animation? That's so much faster. So much faster. To the point where if we're ever in PvP, I'm definitely doing this. I guess the downside is you cannot charge it up. which is a bit of a downside for sure. But if we are initiating fight, I just keep rolling over this dang skull. If we're initiating fights, then we definitely want to consider using the jump heavy. Quite like the moveset of this weapon, even though it's slow.
Hello? Can you hear me?
It is the pot friend.
I'm stuck. Hello?
It's not the voice I was expecting.
Hello?
To be honest, I wasn't expecting a voice at all.
Hello? Can you hear me? Help! Oh, my stars. I'm so happy to see you. I am Alexander, also known as the Iron Fist. And as you can see, I'm stuck here. Please, can you help me out of this?
Well, he's not going anywhere, so I'm not gonna help him.
I see. More's the pity. No. I apologize. Don't you worry about a thing. Despite my appearance, I am but a chip of a greater jar. I'll pop out eventually, just you wait.
Okay. He seems rather nice, so...
What's that look, good sir? Are you willing to help me out after all?
I am.
My thanks. 1,000 thanks. Just give me a good smack from the rear with something nice and big.
Oh, I have something nice and big.
Clean out, I'm sure. Don't dally. No, there's no need to fret. I'm very well trained. Give it your all, I say.
I guess, didn't expect friend praise the striking was a rather apt message here.
Come on.
I was gonna say, give him one more talk.
Give me a good smack from behind with something nice and big.
Same.
I'll pop clean out. I'm sure of it.
Alright.
Don't stop now, friend. You just keep clobbering away at the old behind. Put those doubts to rest. I'll be just fine.
This is meant to be so lewd?
Give it your all, I say.
Triumphant delight.
Well played, good sir. Well played. Oh, that mighty wallop of yours almost spelled the end of me. Well, I'm out now, and that's what counts. I thank you. And as a token of my appreciation, I'd like you to have this.
Exalted flesh. Hey, I'll definitely be eating that later.
Once again, pleasure is mine. I am the warrior jar known as Alexander. Iron Fist Alexander.
Warrior jar.
I journey to the east, where I intend to further my education in the ways of war. And
Okay.
beyond these lands lie the scarlet, rot-blighted Caelid wilds.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
And upon their southern edge is Redmane Castle, in which a festival of combat is being held. I'd heard whispers of such festivities before. Doesn't the notion set your breast aflutter?
Okay.
I'm heading eastward.
Yes.
To Redmane Castle, on the southern edge of the... I've heard there's to be a festival held there.
I'm just gonna repeat that now.
heading
Okay.
east to Redmane.
I
I've
wonder
heard there's-
if perhaps he's heading eastward, if we should maybe check out that cave. This does say rear gale tunnel entrance, so I wonder actually maybe... I'm very confused now. Did we go in here to the gale tunnel? We must have. No, this is where we went into. Why do we have a bonfire for the gale tunnel? That is a third question that I have now. Or I guess a third possibility of somewhere to go in the future. Definitely don't forget that one. I'm most intrigued about that area now. I was gonna wonder, maybe he'll meet us there and open up the door for us, you know? Just some, wishful thinking, perhaps. But he said he's heading eastward, so that is something that I thought of. Alright. Alexander Warrior Jar. I guess we'll put another diamond down for the merchant. There's an upper area up there that we cannot access just yet. It looks like we have to fall down if we want to go over there. I guess we'll have to keep that in mind, and we'll continue along this ravine. Got a mangy mutt up ahead. Pretty powerful mangy mutt. There's also a bell trap to our left. Don't want to trigger that accidentally. Oh, another bell trap to our right. That said, I am very unscared of these foot soldiers. But fighting a bunch of them at once, probably not the wisest decision we can make. There's also some Godric soldiers in their midst. This appears to be a bit of a choke point here. Barricading both sides. Let's go wrap around. We can. There's a treasure chest right there. This man heard the commotion, and that last man dropped a smoldering butterfly. Yes, yes. Come join the parade of death that your friends have. Guess we can loot this chest. Beast Crest Heater Shield. This knight that's sitting down has a plume on his head in addition to 2 dogs, so he seems like he's going to be the actual issue of this area. Let's look at that shield real quick. Medium-sized metal shield, easier to handle than a kite shield, features a beast as its crest, serving to remind warriors not to succumb to the arousal of battle. Arousal of battle. Fight with passion, but become not its prisoner. Does have 100 physical resistance. Mushroom, mushroom. Just wrapped around the ruined structure. I guess it's saying you can wrap around this way if you encountered from the, or if you approached the fort from this side. Probably don't want to approach from over there. Those 2 foot soldiers are watching guard. Definitely don't really want to fight these dogs and that man at once. What happens if we throw a sleep pot, though? The dogs are asleep, and so is the man. Did not expect the man to sleep. Oh, he didn't actually. He resisted it, but it looked like it did cause him to stumble a little bit. Oh, I tried to loot this dog, but the dog was just asleep. Alright. Those sleep pots make some pretty easy encounters. That said, if we just threw a fire pot instead, it would also have made an easy encounter. I guess I would have taken out the one dog, and the other would have attacked us, so the sleep pot actually made it slightly simpler because it lingers a little bit. Oh, this is the top where all the trolls were. Been a while since we've been up here. There's an item on top of that structure, so we definitely need to find a way to get to that. I guess we're gonna drop down here, deal with these foot soldiers. Okay, I knew they were gonna do some sort of ranged attack. Oh, there's a dog down there. This man got some jumps. He just had like a 6-foot vertical leap. Yeah, I was gonna say, where the heck's this dog? Uh-oh. It's leaving too early. Oh, this is a big dog too. Okay. Sloppy fight, but it's over. We'll just chug up. Anything else in this fortress? This barricade? Apparently there was a strong enemy. I don't remember what any strong enemies. I'm just kidding, of course. Well, we got some decisions. Maybe we'll go forward along the path here. Just checking the time real quick. I imagine there's got to be a Site of Grace coming up somewhere soon. More bell traps. And there it is. Oh, there's an NPC. I was going to say, is there a merchant in here? Is this Castellan Edgar? War Master's Shack. This is not Edgar.
Not seen you before.
Likewise.
Name's Bernal. Tarnished, just like you.
Yeah, you look just like me.
Let me ask you something. Are you here in the lands between to take up the fight? Does your faith in the guidance of grace hold firm, despite the collapse of the Golden Order?
This seems like a decision. Let's be honest with him.
Honest to a fault. Such thoughts won't behoove you as a tarnished, but there's nothing wrong with that.
That's fair. I had a feeling you'd say something like that.
Torch of my battle arts.
Ooh.
All I know is the sword. Picked up a fair few tricks in my time.
Me too, actually.
Now's the time to pass them on to a good tarnished like you. There's a myriad of battle arts in these lands that I've yet to discover. Mementos of all the warriors who raised their arms in battle, lost and died. A fine tale, all told of true chivalric romance. That's how I fell in love with the sword and the arts of combat. It grants meaning even to falling in battle, to death itself.
Nothing else to say from Knight Bernal. So we can just buy some Ash of War. We might buy this man out, I'm not gonna lie. Why would you want to have an Ash of War no skill? I guess to use usable on shields and torches. So if I don't want the Fire Breath torch, or the Fire Breath ability on my torch, or my shield, or whatever. Okay. Ash of War parry. Usable on daggers, curved swords, thrusting swords, fists, claws, and small and medium shields. Jeez. Okay, let's read the actual descriptions of them. Grants the heavy affinity. Brace armament and step into a low stance. Prevents recoil from most enemy attacks. Follow up with a strong upward strike. Buy that. Got a kick. Wait, we might actually already have this. No, I don't think we do, maybe. Push an enemy back with a high kick. Effective enemy against enemies who are guarding. Can break a foe's stance. Buy that. Ash of War Endure. This is a skill that was in previous Souls games. Assume an anchored stance to brace for incoming attacks, briefly boosting poise. Damage taken while using the skill is reduced. Buy that. Gives heavy affinity on all of these so far. A War Cry. We might already have some of these. I'm just going to buy them anyway. We have so many souls. Give a War Cry to rally the spirit, increase attack power. While active, strong attacks change to charging attacks. Does that mean that you don't have to charge them? We'll buy that. I don't know if we're going to use many of these, but we're buying them. Skill favored by dexterous warriors, spinning slash. Gives the keen affinity, which I imagine increases dexterity scaling. Another keen affinity here, impaling thrust, skill that lets piercing armaments overcome enemy shields, build power, then lunge forward for a strong thrust. Not usable on colossal weapons. Keen affinity, quick step, skill prized by the crafty and fleet of foot. Perform a quick step maneuver that allows for circling around locked targets. maybe gives more access to backstab opportunities. The Stormblade gives the quality affinity, lost skill of Storm Veil. Surround armament with shearing storm winds that can be fired forward. Can be fired in rapid succession, not usable on colossal weapons or twin blades. Parry, of course. No affinity. And no affinity to the no skill, which makes sense. Alright. Buy him out.
Well, until we meet again.
Sure. Let's go to the inventory. Have a look at our Ash of Wars now. Doesn't look like there's many duplicates, if any at all here. So, looks like we probably made the right choice buying them all out. We have so many heavy opportunities now. Now we have 2 stamp sweeps, though. I used one of our unknown ashes to make a second. We're not even using it right now. Maybe we'll return to Round Table Hold and get some use out of them. So I think the decision that I made... First we'll check out over here behind the shack. Try stealth and then seek abundance. Mostly just wanted to see if there was anything on this little ledge here. Appears to be an item in the distance, guarded by tons of trolls. I think I'm gonna go north. So we haven't explored this at all. We'll go north and explore this way. This is the current plan. I don't really want to mess with tons of trolls right now. We will soon, though. Bunch of sunflowers. Make some more holy water pots with those. I do want to check out what's on top of this building, though. If we can. This is the camp that we just cleared out. Some cheeky platforming there to climb to the top of this ruined structure, and there was nothing. That's rather disappointing. You'd think it would be something. Oh, there is something. A Catacomb Statue, just circling around the building just to be sure. We definitely have not encountered this Catacomb Statue yet. I'm glad we went over here. Where is this going to point? Across the valley. Okay. Pointing over here. And that's where we were going to go in the first place. So, now we have an actual mission. We still need to get on top of this building, though. I guess we'll drop down here. Doesn't look like we can get up here, get on top of this building from over here. Well, I'm going to try, though. A little bit of janky platforming. I tried. I don't think we can, though. Unless there's a rock we can jump on. Over here, I think we'll have to jump down from the cliff above us. But yeah, we'll continue north now. He says going west. There is the War Master Shack. Some wildlife. And some non-wildlife. Where do you think this thing's going? Actually, there's more in the distance, so... it's going somewhere. Oh. Got some root resin here. Maybe we'll make some stuff out of that. I was so concerned at the start of the game that we weren't going to have a lot of root resin, and we have not even used them. Looking at this corpse here, this is a corpse of a golem. what's going on over here. So we are going quite a bit west. I don't think we're actually going to explore over here. I just want to get a look. More giants, I imagine. Yeah. We're not going to mess with him just yet. Maybe at a later date. Certainly at a later date. Guess we're going east now. Nothing really going on over here. Quite a bit of dead space around here. This would be a perfect spot for a boss fight. But it seems that that is not the case. I don't know why this structure has an archway underneath it and the others don't. Appears there's no real reason for that, one way or the other. More rock worms. Oh, that's fun. Let's switch to our axe. Even though we're one-handing it, it's still enough to take out these wolves. I don't know why it went so dark and windy when the wolf ambush happened. Also, I don't know where they came from. Guess above. Anything else? And that's why I meander, so we can get every trap possible. More golem remains in the ground. There is a mounted warrior up ahead. Let's get off the horse, two-hand our axe, get back on the horse. Because if we're going to fight a mounted warrior, we're definitely going to want to use this weapon. That said, we might just jump down because, yep, this is where that item was. It's better be worth it. A lance. Well, it was a weapon. Let's have a look at the lance, shall we? It's a great spear is the classification of it. Considered a type of great spear, this weapon has no blade, but instead features a long, conical body designed to pierce. Though heavy and hard to wield, this weapon displays its worth on horseback combat, whether mounted or even on foot, and has a charge forth skill. Yeah, I didn't think we were getting up there. Okay. A lance seems more interesting in this game with mounted combat. There were lances in, I believe, Dark Souls 2 and 3. I never really mess around with them too much, though. What are the chances this is a boss? It looks like it could be a boss. I'm gonna say no, considering it's already half dead. With just one heavy attack. Ash of War, Golden Vow. I'm assuming that's what it just used. I was worried lightning was about to strike or something. Sacred Affinity to an item. I'm just reading this other one that we had. We must have got this prior, like quite a while ago, because I don't remember reading it. Golden Vow skill passed down from antiquity among the knights of the capital. Raise armament aloft and pledge honor to the Erd Tree in battle, granting self and nearby allies increased attack power and defense. Usable on all melee weapons. Okay. There was a scarab up top here, and I hear it. It is a white scarab. I fell by accident. All that for a friggin' somber smithing stone 1. I guess this is back at the early part of the game, so Shouldn't expect anything crazy around here. I guess we'll check out this fortress, and I'll check the time real quick. We are nearing an hour-long video. So I guess we're going to continue forward. It's a bit foggy up here. I don't know if that's just a random weather effect or if that's pretty intentional. Oh, we're being invaded. Let's switch back. Switch back quickly. Invaded by recusant Henricus. Hey, how's it going? You also have a big weapon. That's neat. I learned new jump heavy attack strats. They seem to be working. Okay, okay, that's fair, that's fair. No, you're not allowed to heal. Okay, he power armored, or heavy armored me. Super armor? That's what I've been calling it. Okay, I did not super armor him. Alright. That appears to be like a gargoyle flame hammer. Hammer talisman. That item I just referenced, the Gargoyle Flame Hammer, was a weapon in Dark Souls 3, if I remember correctly. It had a skill that involved lava, which was on display there. Enhances stamina, reducing attacks against blockers. Hammers are highly effective against shield-bearing foes, so much that they are known as night killers. Apologies. Thought I heard something. I did notice these trees swaying in the wind. Looked a bit odd. I guess it is more windy on cliff tops. Just circling the building, of course. I guess there's nothing over here. Weaving in and out. Seeing player phantoms attack the wall. What does this ghost have to say? With mushrooms sprouting out of it? All I wanted was to fight as a warrior to the last. So why, oh guidance of grace, will this door not open? Use duelist's furled finger to write a red summon sign. You gotta come here at night. Okay. You telling me this man died next to this door and all he had to do was wait till nighttime? That doesn't add up. I don't know if that's actually how that went down. That's the context clues I'm getting so far. Guess we're gonna circle around the rest of this building. We should check out this red lumps in the distance though, because we kind of just rode past them. These are creatures. Okay. It didn't do crazy damage. But preferably don't want to get set on fire. But I would like many more smoldering butterflies, so thank you for that opportunity. That'll restock our fire pots in the future for sure. What time is it anyway? In game. It's early day. I saw a light, and of course it was just a message. And nothing over there. I did mention that big open field was a perfect opportunity to fight a boss. Instead, we fought an invader. I almost wonder if I use the furled finger if I'll see a bunch of red signs there. Seems like a prime opportunity to do some dueling. So I believe there's a... Okay, I was going to say... Catacomb below us. Just got to figure out a way to get down. This appears to be the way down. I kind of hope we find it soon because my throat is starting to hurt from all my recording today. And I am out of water. It's got to be along the wall here. It's probably below us, but just want to be safe before we jump down. I do see the white spirit looking thing below. So we're jumping down. Let's check along the wall. And here we are. Cave ahead. I wonder if those statues just point to catacombs or if they actually unlock them. Probably just point to them. Unthinkable, our hallowed resting place is violated. To refuse the Erd tree's call to return, to live within death, sickening. Some undead creatures are in here, I guess. As opposed to imps or whatnot, death-touched catacombs. Well, I think I'm going to call that an episode for now. We have seemingly cleared a lot of these areas. We'll slowly making our way towards Stormvale. Thank you so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, folks.